On here because I have like a bunch of important announcements. We have a lot of exciting things happening this week. So I wanted to make sure that you are all up to date. I also have a few stories to tell you. So, first of all, 30 Days to Round starts this Sunday. It's officially open for enrollment. We're going to be doing 2 more webinars leading up to it. So, I'm going to be doing a free webinar, Contact and Connection, tomorrow, Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. and also Thursday night at 6 p.m. So if you haven't had a chance yet to come to the webinars, please RSVP, make the time to show up. There is no replay. But what I go over in the webinar is that I teach you my simple 4-step process for how to ride your horse round. And it is so important that we ride our horses round because it makes them happier and it makes them healthier. And here's the thing. I know that you're probably like, well, I would love to ride my horse around, but I can't. I don't know how to. I can't get their head down. They're so stiff. They're so rigid. So that is what I'm going to break down and teach you step by step inside of the free webinar. And here's the thing. I think that it's important to give yourself a little bit of grace and a little bit of ease. None of us are born knowing how to supple a horse, knowing how to teach a horse to accept the contact and use their top line. And no horse is born perfectly on the bit, perfectly round, perfectly engaged in using their top line. So it's a little bit like the blind leading the blind. We have to figure out how to teach our horses to get round, how to teach our horses to use their top line. And it's important that you, as a rider and as a trainer, anytime that you're in the saddle, you are the trainer and you need to have some ideas and some skills for how to break it down for your horse and how to teach your horse step by step so that you don't end up just forcing your horse or putting a lot of pressure on your horse, because that's where we run into trouble. That's where your horse gets frustrated and you get frustrated. And so that is what I break down and show you both in the webinar and then also inside of 30 Days to Round. And here's a good little story for you. So I would say, gosh, how long has it been? Maybe 12 years ago, I had a horse named Trumpet, who was a thoroughbred. And he was like so stiff and so tense, and he loved to hang on the left rein. And I remember just being so frustrated. Like, I'm never going to get this horse off. This horse can't be supple. It's just not possible. And then I went for a lesson with Stephen Peters, and Stephen Peters got on Trumpet, not for very long. I would say for like 10 minutes, rode him around. And then he was like, okay, get back on. And I got back on him and he felt like a different horse. Like, he was so soft and he was so supple and he was so through. And it was incredible. And I was addicted to it. And I was like, I have to figure this out. I have to figure out how to get my horse round, how to get my horse supple and soft. And the truth of the matter is that you can do this and your horse can change. So when you change the way that you're riding your horse, and when you do different exercises and teach your horse how to bend and how to soften in their bodies, they will change the way that they feel and the way that they're going. And so I'm so passionate about sharing my knowledge and my system to help you out with your horse, because I know that with the right tools and the right education that you can figure it out. And it's always so fun with 30 Days to Round. We've already had a bunch of students going through the program and starting out with some of the exercises, and we're already seeing those light bulb moments of like, oh, I'm missing this piece, or wow, I can't get my horse to put their head down, or, it's just so cool to see the differences, because it's just these little pieces that you're missing, and that I want to help you. I want to help you to have success with your horse, to get your horse round, to get your horse supple and soft, and to break it down. And here's another one of my little secrets, which is that your horse has to bend. So it's so important. Your horse needs to be able to bend left and right before they get round. I was teaching a clinic this weekend in Agura. I taught like 6 lessons there, and every single one of those horses, I was like, okay, we have to work on getting your horse to bend to the right. And then when they got their horses more bendable, automatically the horses come rounder and softer and more through. And that is how you avoid this feeling that you're just kicking and pulling. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it is not a good feeling when you feel like you're just driving your horse into the bit and then holding your horse back at the same time. So, getting your horse to bend and yield in their rib cage is what allows you to ride your horse through and soft without that feeling like you're kind of just holding and forcing them there. So, moral of the story, please RSVP, come to the webinar. Give me a shout out if you're watching here live. I see we have some people watching live. And let me know if you're planning on coming to the webinar. It's going to be 8 a.m. tomorrow, Wednesday morning, Pacific time, or 6 p.m. Thursday night. So hopefully one of those times works for you. Also, let me know if you've already signed up for 30 Days to Round. 30 Days to Round does start this Sunday. So this is like my all-time favorite program. It's my third time doing it. We've made a bunch of updates and streamlined the program to optimize your progress and your success during the challenge. So I do really hope that you'll join. And it's always so fun at the end of the 30 days to see everyone's videos and their progress. So hi, Nicole. Good to see you here. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. I'm going to go to the barn and ride a little bit, film some videos. Oh, people have been going crazy about our ride along podcasts. So what I started doing is I started filming audio or recording audio while I was riding. And then basically what you do is you get the audio file, you get it onto a podcast, and then you can listen to it while you ride. And everyone has just been like going wild about them. I kind of made a little bit of a mistake because I'm like not the most organized person. And so I didn't number them or like label them very well. And now everyone's like confused about which podcast is which. So we're sorting out those details. But if you have the ride along podcast, listen to them while you're riding, because the ride along podcasts really help you to take what you're learning at home or like when you're watching a video and then make sure that you're actually applying that when you are in the saddle. So if you haven't yet, do give the Ride Along podcast a try. Let's see. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Stacy. Hi, Claire. Awesome. Let's see. I want to vlog your program. Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. That would be great. Hi, Gail. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to go back to work and I hope you all have a wonderful day. And hopefully we'll see you either in the webinar or if you've already signed up for 30 Days to Round, orientation is this Sunday.